know that the Radzina Rebbe, gershon henich, he's the discoverer of the techeles in modern times. So we used to say, okay.
If it's the techeles.
It's not. Talk about that. The thesis that I want to discuss is that there's certain neshamas that are leading to the Mashiach, pioneers, kotsker, whatever you want to call them. And Radzina was one of them, and that's why he was inspired to look for the techeles. And the chilazon that he found is the true chilazon, it seems, according to the Rambam. But he was fooled by this Goyish chemist who put an advertisement. It's like this, the sepia, what comes out of the chilazon, the tint fish, is it's brown. It's used as a color for painting. It's not a color to color clothes.
Well, according to the Rambam, this is the techeles fish that he found.
Again, what the Rambam really holds, I can't tell you. I'm not the spokesman of the Rambam. I'm saying, l'chayra, other people have said that it fits in with Rambam's words, what the Radzina says. But he was fooled by this guy who used the Prussia blue, right, which turns anything organic into blue, right? Like the Chaznish said that the blood of the shore will also become...
Chaznish was mityaches to this?
Yeah.
Where?
I'm not such a bucky in the Chaznish. What's he doing? I ain't sure I'm risking. So... the real pshat is that the Rambam says kimonya, you have to take the kimonya. The kimonya turns the brown sepia into gray. And the techeles is gray. That's seems the real pshat. And Zohar Amar wrote an article recently in the Mayan to show how, according to the Rambam, techeles is always gray.
Excuse me, who wrote an article?
Zohar Amar. He's a famous scientist. In any case, so you got part of the story right, the Radzina. The point is that it's like a chok. It's a halacha that these pioneer neshamas can't be totally ruined. Because then it's like a mistake in the process of the gula. You have to be onto something, right? They're bringing something out into the world. So the tint fish is true, at least according to the Rambam. Anyways, okay, so we go to Mishel Gelbstein, of Moshe Mishel Gelbstein. That he was also, it seems, again,
who is he?
What?
Who is he?
Who is he? He worked for the kotel. He was a kotsker chassid, and then he went to learn by the Tzemach Tzedek. He came to Eretz Yisroel, I don't know exactly when, Tafish Nun, let's say. And he worked very hard for the kotel, because like this, people
This
weren't...
is the gelbstein from the Hever Kadisha.
Yeah, these are his own...
Chabadnikim.
Okay. He himself was something of a chabadnik. Anyways, he wrote a sefer Mishkanais Lavir Yaakov, and he worked very strongly on the kever of Shimon HaTzadik. There should be a candle lit there always, and the kotel. The people there should be minyanim at the kotel. So,
in which years?
Beginning of the 1900s, or maybe earlier. I'm not sure exactly. Right now, it's more part of my mind. He's a historic figure. He's known. Things have been written about him. So, like, he was against the techeles of the Radzina. But we want to say that...
Why?
Why? Good question. I don't know why. I haven't seen it in a long time, so like I think he brings it Geshuri. There's a guy Geshuri who writes a lot about Radzin, who has a whole sefer about Radzin. I think he brings about it. I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a long, long time. In any case, like in Breslov, the number of Nachman's was for the Radzina techeles, and he wanted to speak to the Radzina, and he falped with him. And Nachman Chirina was against. So, according to what we're saying, that's the pshat. One of Nachman was also a new soul, a messianic soul. So he was for the, as a simon of Dava, the Chalapachas, that there's going to be a breakthrough, that something is happening, that we're going to break out of the kippah. And the Chirina Rav, as representing the conservative old-time Judaism, was against the techeles. So on the one hand, the Meshel Gelbstein represented old-time Judaism. He was against the techeles. On the other hand, he wanted to set up mishmarais at the sharim of the Arabayas. He was doing new things. Today the kotsker is so accepted that, but the truth is he built it up. And Anachai, he was wrong, because the kotsker holds back from the binyan base of Mikdash, right? He created the goylem, what do you call it, with Shimon HaTzadik also. Doesn't really seem to be so important, Shimon HaTzadik. But anyways, he was trying. The pshat is that he was trying to make a breakthrough. And one way of understanding Rav Kook, why Rav Kook, Rav Chaim Zonfeld was right? What's important is the yishuv. If they won't go to the kotsker for 30 years, who cares? The kotsker is not going anywhere. So after 30 years, we'll go back to the kotsker. Ma kol harash. But the simple way of understanding it, Rav Kook was the Rebbe of the Tzionim, and he had to do his job as the Tzionische Rebbe. But according to what we're saying today, no, he didn't want the accomplishment of Meshel Gelbstein to be uprooted, because that would be like retrograde. That would be like Mercury going backwards. That would be the Kima is walking in the wrong direction. It's going backwards. So he wasn't ready to make a retrograde movement. Okay, that's that idea. I just want to add that we have Modaot now that some Bezdin in tzefat was matir Ish with I just saw me downstairs Aaron Lebel with his great granddaddy's yisroel mintzburg. In his sefer yisroel says that the Bezdin can give a get. Right? I don't know exactly what conditions he sets up. He says Bezdin can give a get.
That's the makor for this zikui from Rav Mintzburg.
I don't know if he's the only makor, but he's a very big. It's a tremendous chiddush. The Chaya has no makor anywhere. But this is a pshat that this is also that when he made this chiddush, it was mislabish in him neshama, Mashiach neshama. So he came out with a tremendous chiddush to help the poor women.
But like the Radziner, he may be wrong.
He may be wrong, but again, the question, I don't know exactly what the rules, nobody has written the rules yet. He can't be totally wrong, because then the pshat is that the whole tikkun that's coming down milamala, the migdish min hashamayim, it's like a migdish min hashamayim, which is mislavish and some tzaddik. It can't be totally, totally unfounded. Meanwhile, also, I wanted to say about Rav Kook that According to this, the heter mechir was not just a b'di'evedik heter. Rav Kook also most likely saw himself, for sure Rav Kook saw himself as one of his neshamas. And he saw himself as making the heter mechira as bringing down an inin min hashamayim, as being kovei halacha that like really didn't have a makor, but that it was his job in hashamayim, like the Chazon Ish said that if he wouldn't have said this thing that you can say, like Nusach Chazon Ish, you'd have to come back again in the Gilgul.
Again, excuse me?
The Chazon Ish said that if I wouldn't have made this thing that you can say Nusach Chazon Ish, right? Not everybody agrees with him, right? You don't have to say the whole Nusach, the tzefat and Durham, whatever it is. You say it's true as a mice, like the Nusach Chazon Ish. So they say that the Chazon Ish says if I wouldn't have said it, I'd have to come back again in the Gilgul to say it. So there's also this type of idea of something that's so important and so earth-shattering. It's said Neshamas like given the job to bring it out. Okay, that's the end of that.